Extra time.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.
In 1915, the American poet Robert Frost wrote a poem called The Road Less Traveled. This poem talks about following your dreams. It talks about going on a path that is less traveled, a path of your passion, a path of, a path where you want to be, a path that takes you towards your dreams, a path that you've always wanted to be to make it big. But then it's very often that we generally don't follow a path like this. And the reason for that is plenty, especially in a country like India. We are generally forced to take up professions which are conventional professions. And even if it's not so conventional, it's never to do with sports. Sports is something that families generally don't encourage children in taking up, no matter how good they may be at the school level or even at the college level for that matter. That's because India is not a sports country. But then there are stories, and there are stories that are extremely poignant, stories that are extremely sensitive, stories of struggle, stories of blood, sweat and tears, literally, stories of people who've made it big in the world of sports by dedicating so much, by giving so much to the sport. And the IPL is no exception. Today we cover 5 terrific stories of people who are today earning crores in the IPL, but then people who've really slogged it out to reach there. People who may be earning crores right now, but then they've really worked hard to get there. People from humble backgrounds. The first person in today's edition is Mohammed Siraj. Mohammed Siraj is the son of an auto driver, and he hardly had any money to foster his bowling skills. Until 2015, the pacer nourished the bowler inside him with a tennis ball. His humble background didn't enable him to buy any cricket equipment. But the self-made bowler made headlines when he notched up 41 wickets from 9 matches during his Ranji Trophy debut season for Hyderabad. There he grew up under the umbrella of Bharat Arun. Siraj got his IPL breakthrough in 2017 when Sunrisers Hyderabad signed him for 2.6 crores. Currently, he's with RCB Bangalore with a staggering figure of 7 crores. Chaitan Zakaria. Not many people knew the name Chaitan Zakaria before the IPL. While playing for Saurashtra, a very sad incident happened. Chetan's brother had committed suicide and his family hid it from him. The reason for that is because he was playing at that point of time. When he heard the news, when he got to know that his brother had committed suicide, obviously the man was shattered. Chetan's father, who was a truck driver, was also bedridden after meeting 3 accidents and some surgeries. At that time, the IPL auctions were knocking at the door, and he bagged an IPL contract with the Rajasthan Royals for rupees 1.2 crores. That money boosted the economy, and the emotional crisis that they were in was somehow sorted. Chetan, of course, had a memorable IPL debut. We all know about that. And he picked up 3 scalps at an economy of 7.8 runs per over. The left-hand bowler learned his craft by practicing with a tennis ball. Chetan fetched scholarship while playing the under-19 games. He joined the MRF Pace Foundation with that money, but then he couldn't afford training shoes. While training with first-class cricketers, Sheldon Jackson handed him a pair of shoes. Today, Chaitan Zakaria is with Delhi Capitals, and he's earning 4.2 crores. And now on to yet another poignant story. This is the story of Johnny Bairstow, the Yorkshireman. The keeper batsman has won many accolades with his modern-day batting skills, but then he lost his father when he was just 8 years old. And it wasn't just an unusual or a normal death. It was in fact a very sad death. Johnny's father, David, he was also a wicket-keeper batsman like his son and played cricket for Yorkshire and England. David Bairstow hanged himself in their house after going through depression and financial troubles. Johnny's mother, sister and Johnny found him dead after they returned home from his football training. Life threw another challenge at the Bairstow as his mother Janet was diagnosed with cancer. She was receiving treatment when his father died. Cancer aggressively relapsed in 2012. After his father's death, the family dealt with a financial crisis. Johnny's mother had to purchase their school uniforms from second-hand shops. As soon as Johnny grew up and discovered his passion for cricket, keeping came naturally to him, as if it was his hallmark, just the way his father had done. And Johnny announced his international arrival in 2011. Johnny Bairstow now plays for Kings 11 Punjab for 6.75 crores. Another emotional story is that of Natarajan. The emerging T20 specialist Natarajan, until the age of 20, played only tennis ball cricket. Living in a village, he had barely known how a cricket ground looked like. The eldest among 5 siblings, Natarajan had tried his hands in all sorts of jobs like selling newspapers, delivering milk to support his family financially. After playing lots of tennis ball tournaments, Natarajan impressed some officials who later allowed him to play in divisional TNCA matches. This was in the year 2010-2011. The tennis ball games excelled his ability to bowl perfect Yorkers, and that's why today he's sometimes known as Yorker Natarajan. He was out of cricket action for 2 years. Then he was again out of cricket action for 2 years. That was because of a suspect bowling action. However, with the help of some BCCI officials, the matter was clarified and he was picked up by Kings 11 Punjab in the IPL for an amount of rupees 3 crores. Currently, Natarajan is with Sunrisers Hyderabad for 4 crores. In a nutshell, from having no clarity about professional cricket to representing India in international cricket, his story inspires all small town people. And the final story here is that of Nicolas Putin. One of the most dynamic West Indian batsmen of the recent era, Nicolas Putin almost went off the cliff after meeting with an accident while returning from training at the age of 19. Doctors had told him that cricket could not be his career after he fractured both his legs. He was on a wheelchair and it took him 7 months to walk. The Braveheart fought all the odds and started to repair his fitness after he walked again. It took him 2 years to return to the field. And now, Nicolas Puran is with Sunrisers Hyderabad for a whooping 10.75 crores. These are some terrific, fascinating stories of people who've made huge comebacks in life. And I'm sure these stories will inspire many a young cricketer who may not be that affluent, but then people who are talented and who have it in them to make it to the top. That's it from me on this edition. Goodbye.
This is Extra Time! Extra Time!